In this video, we rewind to February 2011 and a vital match between non-league Chorley and Chester. What was supposed to be a low-profile football match turned into a riot with several people injured, including stab wounds. Let's hear the stories from two people who were present. Oh, and stay to the end for an extra Chorley and Chester treat. First, we have Chester's 125 firm member Danny, who told us, "We came to settle a score. The way Chorley acted after the first leg at our place, the smashed tiles, the food chucked around like they were in some toddler tantrum. It was disrespectful, no class. We lost 1-0, fair enough, but to trash our dressing room? Nah, that's not football. That's war drums." The return leg felt like something else. Forums were alive, lads were quoting that one post everywhere. "When we're done with your town, it'll look like Beirut." It was half joke, half intent. We knew they were waiting for us, that they fancied themselves as defenders of their dirty little ground. But we were ready, or we thought we were. We took the train. First mistake. Coppers were already twitchy when we pulled into Chorley, grabbing lads, bag searches, the usual intimidation tactic. Still, the town was crawling. Fake tickets were flying about like confetti. The council and local rag were clueless, banging on about a great day for football. They hadn't a clue what was brewing. We got into the ground and straight away the tension was thick. Banked terraces packed tight. Chorley mob already climbing fences, giving it the big one before the ball had even been kicked. Someone said a pitch invasion happened before kickoff. I was too busy watching for bricks in the air. We sang, loud, let them know we were here. But honestly, it was like walking into someone else's war zone. They weren't there to watch football. They were there to make sure Chester paid. We nicked it 1-0, but by the end, no one was celebrating. We were looking over our shoulders. One old lad next to me took a brick to the head, chucked from behind a garden wall. Dropped like a sack, blood everywhere. Think it was his grandkid screaming. At full time, police told us we'd be escorted out. Sounded all right, until the pitch flooded with Chorley fans trying to get at us again. I saw coppers swinging truncheons like they were in medieval times. Then suddenly we're being pushed out, shoved down a back path. That's when it turned. Coaches had been moved, someone said, because of the mob waiting for us. So the police, in all their genius, shoved us straight into them. I remember it clearly. It wasn't a scuffle, it was a battle. Bottles flying, fists, boots, dogs barking, people crying. My mate Stu got clipped in the head with something metal. Went down hard. I saw a dad holding his young lad behind a wheelie bin, shielding him. Families were getting battered. Even when we tried to leave, it wasn't over. Chorley felt like it had turned into a hunting ground. We got chased all the way to the station by locals and Chorley lot still buzzing from their defense of the town. Someone tried to lift spirits by singing "We Are Chester" on some roundabout. Lasted 5 seconds before 50 lads came running from a pub. They stabbed one of ours outside the Wetherspoons. The worst bit? The next day the local press had us as the villains. Said we provoked it all. Chorley played the victim. No mention of the forged tickets, the pre-game violence, or the cops pushing us into a mob. We came for football. They gave us a war. We won't forget. Tommy of Chorley, till I die, told us. We knew they were coming. Mouthy, arrogant Chester lot, the 125s or whatever they call themselves, thinking they'd walk all over us just 'cause they've got a fancy ground and a forum full of lads quoting Rambo. One of them said they'd make Chorley look like Beirut. That travelled fast. We saw it. Screenshots, shared round all the pubs. That was all we needed. We weren't having it. They humiliated us last time off the pitch, laughing at our little ground, slagging off the Magpies. We beat them fair, and what do? Cry on the internet. Well, we were ready. Tickets sold out fast, but plenty more got in through knockoffs. Easy to fake. They were printed on paper thinner than bog roll. The ground was rocking that day. Proper tense. We were up on the bank, mud up to our knees, but we didn't care. Dogs were out early, and the fence dividing us was nothing, just thin metal. They put a few coppers there, but they didn't stand a chance. Before the whistle even went, some of our lot were on the pitch, just to show presence, let them know it wasn't their playground. Missiles flew, bottles, coins. One brick even got lobbed from behind someone's back garden. Knocked some old Chester geezer on the bonce. That was regrettable. Not what anyone wanted. But you could feel the hate in the air. Wasn't just footy anymore. Chester won it 1-0. But they didn't cheer much. Didn't dare. Most of them had brought their birds and kids along like it was a Sunday league run-out. Bad move. This wasn't a picnic. This was Chorley. Then came the real fun. Cops tried to filter them out, but someone, genius, shoved the whole Chester lot toward the exit, where about 300 of ours were waiting. That's when the pitch got stormed again. Fists flew. One of theirs tried to leg it and got clattered by a kid with a flippin' traffic cone. They brought in horses, CS spray, the works. It was chaos. Someday we went too far. Maybe. But you can't spit on our town and expect tea and biscuits. You call it tribalism. I call it defending your own. Afterward, we heard some Chester fans got battered getting to the station. One of theirs got stabbed outside Spoons. No pride in that. But it wasn't unprovoked. They came to make trouble and found it. What makes me laugh is how they still paint us as monsters. Pretend like they were innocent. I was there. I saw their lot giving it big before the game. I saw them try to start chants on our turf. We stood our ground. That's what happens when you mess with Chorley. Next time they come, they'll think twice. Chorley v. Chester. February 2011. Not just a match. A warning. We thank Danny and Tommy for their recollections of the day's events. It's clear that Chester had quite a tough time of it. Chorley were obviously well up for it, and proved once again that you never know what's going to happen in the football hooligan world. Thanks for watching. Please share, like and subscribe, as it really helps our channel grow. Also, please comment if you were there and have a different story to tell us. Chorley and Chester fans, here's a little extra treat.